awake at the crack of 10. Currently staying at a friend's house because we're having a plumbing. We're having our yearly plumbing problem at the house. The woman next to me cooks a lot of stuff, and she dumps her oil in the sink, and then eventually it spills up. And then about once a year, we have this plumbing disaster where we have to call someone in and fix it. There's not much you can do about this as far as like trying to get her to not do it. It's just how it is, you know. But so I'm staying at a friend's house, and I'm amazed like at this angle, because I walk these streets here all the time, and you guys with me a lot of times, and to have this this angle is really cool. Like that right over there, it's my building. See a little short, that little short one I'm pointing to there, or the cup is at, that one is my building. So these mountains and beach. Yeah, you can actually see the beach and the mountains. From my house, you can't see the ocean and the mountains. You can only see the mountains. I came out here last night, and I was like hypnotized. You know, just looking off this. It's like a TV to me. Like I'm just looking out here and just seeing people going about their day, just walking around and having interfaces and sometimes altercations. And there's Yalawai. Yeah. We were house sitting a little while back, and they had the same kind of setup with the lanai that went. My lanai, it's not even really a lanai, it's just a hallway outside. All you see is the building next door, because the building's so close. This is one of those buildings that are fortunate enough so that you can see there's nothing blocking it. It's pretty awesome. And here's where God is funny. God is funny. Bees make honey. Throughout the last, I don't know, year or so, I've been talking about how we've had a large influx of immigration from Africa. And I was trying to figure out how that came about, like what, it's a CIA thing for sure, but I was trying to figure out the mechanism of how that happens. Well, God puts you in places sometimes. And we're staying at a friend's house that's a co-worker of Mia, who is from Zimbabwe and moved here 2 years ago. So I got a lot of questions for her. But when she comes home, they're both at work now, but and I'm doing my work from here because I work from wherever I am. Thankfully, I have a situation that not a lot of people have. You know, I'm a good guy. So you can see people like, is that a demon? Is there a demon in there? You don't know. This is a great demon perch, man. I'm always walking around the streets trying to find them to, you know, to ineptly kind of try to exercise them, which I don't really do. I mean, the only time I've got a real, you know, a real exorcism happening is by mistake. Like they flee for some reason. You know, I have a lot of those. And then I have one time recently where I tried to confront one and they just like laughed at me. They were like, fuck you. I was even trying to invoke Jesus and they were just like, whatever. But yeah, they're all out here. They're out here, you just can't see them. But yeah, this place is, this perch is fucking awesome. You see so much here. I've been out here for like an hour. Yeah, but it's been post-pandemic. We've had this influx of people from Africa, and I wonder why. Like, I know why they wanted to do this, but I wonder what the mechanism of action is. That was the only part of the whole situation I was missing. I figured all the rest of it out. So, like, God's placed me in a place where I can actually maybe get that other piece. And she's wonderful. She's a doll. She's like a little doll. And just opened her home to us. And just, you know, it's God. It's God saying, hey, wait a minute, you know, here you go. Here's how you can get your answer. And also, then all these people coming here aren't doing crime, you know. There was that spike, right? It is a spike. It's 46%. When it moved here, it was the 4th safest place in America, in the, you know, country. And then now it's, I don't know what it is now. It's funny, like I can't get updated information on any of that. Excuse me. This is like 4 years ago was the last time I could get any information like that. It's like, I don't know where, well, they're not in the regular places. Hawaii has a weird, let me start that sentence again. I just gave you like 4 sentences almost. They have a weird thing where they place stuff close to the vest. A reason for this, mainly, is to protect tourism. So as far as their crime statistics, things that happen here, I've seen people dismissed from a scene that anywhere else would definitely go on the books, and the cops just show up and be like, all right, everybody get out of here. Depends on who it is. Like, I've gotten into situations with me and my friends, you know, we just look like a bunch of fucking idiots. You know, they weren't anyone of high social standing, and would be involved in something, and the cops would just show up and be like, all right, everybody get out of here. Even though, like, somewhat of a crime might have been committed, or there was a fight or something. They just don't want to deal with it. They do protect, like, the tourists very well. And if something happens at a hotel, they're right on it. But at the same time, they're very selective about what gets put on the books, you know, because they have, you know, I almost said they have kayfabe to consider. I've been watching too much wrestling. They have tourism to consider, you know. So, you never know what you're getting for information. But, yeah. So when they get home from work, I got a billion questions to ask her. And I want to do a little studying on Zimbabwe if I have time between doing some other stuff, so I could ask her some questions about the country. I don't often meet someone from Zimbabwe, you know, so there's just a lot of things that, you know, I'd like to know for my own personal file. We gotta move out of my place. What we're paying for where we live, when we tell people, they're just astonished. The problem is, with me, is I'm a fucking weirdo. I don't know if you picked up on that over the last couple of years, but I like to, once I have a thing, I'm a very creature of habit type of person. Once I have a thing, you know, I like to stick with it. And I have a little place over there that is somewhat hidden, right? And I'm comfortable there. It's not the nicest, it's not the biggest. We could certainly get a bigger and a nicer place for us, but those aren't like, I mean, whenever I'm at someone else's house, like someone fighting over here, we house sit, or like I'm visiting, or I'm staying at someone's house like this, and I'm like, wow, this is so much nicer than ours, it's so much bigger than ours, and it's around the same price. What the fuck are we doing? But I don't really care about that stuff, other than the view here. You know, we look out. I mean, we can see the mountains. When I wake up, I open my door, and the mountains are right there. But you got everything here. You got the ocean, mountains, Alawai. And as someone who's more often than not kind of surveilling the neighborhood the way I do from the ground, walking around, this would be a great little crow's nest type thing. I've just been transfixed by this view since I woke up. I came out here and I'm just like, wow. It's like TV. There's so many different little thing. I mean, for me, some people would come out, look, and be like, all right, what are you looking at? But there's so many corners and to look into. You go from scene to scene, you know. Maybe this is just interesting for me, but at any rate, I think maybe I'm put in a position to solve a puzzle. I have a piece here that I can maybe, carefully. I have to, you don't want to be rude. I have to be. She told me that she was supposed to be here for 2 weeks. 2 years ago, and she ended up staying. But that's all the information I got. But I'm gonna, politely kind of pick her brain if I can. And I'd also like to know about what's going on currently with the situation over in Zimbabwe is like modern day. I know there are two. What are they called? I should probably learn these names. There are two two kinds of people there. They have like is it the Sunni? No. I'll put them on the screen. So it's like I want to find that out, but in a considerate way. All right, I got to go in do a little bit of brain calibration, let my articulation machine get going. Just wanted to share this view with you guys. I'll be back later. Crawling around down here. Don't blame the teacher, blame the school.